Well, Steelers Nation, you got your wish. Everybody was wishing for a new head coach. Everybody was wishing for an offensive head coach. We want offense, offense, offense. Well, congratulations. You just got your new head coach. Mike McCarthy is now the new head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. No intro, no outro, raw reaction from this move right now. I understand that Art Rooney wants to win. I understand that he's been devoided of experiencing winning a championship and playing deep in the playoffs. I understand that. I want that just as much as everybody else. But the way that you go about it is wrong. Why in the world would you make this move knowing that you had better options available? You had Brian Flores. You had Nate Shieldhouse, Anthony Weaver, Chris Shula. So why would you go with Mike McCarthy? A move that in some ways just showed that you're just complacent with where you are right now. For all intents and purposes, you should have just tried to convince Mike Tomlin to just go one more year. Getting Mike McCarthy doesn't mean that Aaron Rodgers is going to join the team again. Getting Mike McCarthy doesn't mean that he's going to have the eye for the next franchise quarterback for the Steelers. Getting Mike McCarthy doesn't mean that this offense is going to be top 5, top 10, or top 3 next year. You know what it means? You know what it shows? I, Art Rooney II, am the most basic, impatient owner in all of the NFL. I have no patience. I want what I want right here, right now. And it also shows that the Steelers fan base is the most toxic fan base in all of football. Better yet, in all of sports. All you have is just a bunch of championship hungry, I want to beat my chest every single season fans that just can't stand losing all the time. You go through a stretch where your team isn't playing good football, and now everybody wants to say, get rid of Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's got to go. We're just so sick and tired of having the same outcome year after year after year. I'm just so tired of it. Jersey Jerry, Kevin Adams, Still Here Podcast, OAD Loon on TikTok. Where you guys at? Where's everybody at? Oh, everybody's frowning. Everybody's crying. You're crying? Oh, but this is what you wanted. Everybody was tired of Mike Tomlin. Everybody want Mike Tomlin to be fired. Let him go. We need to bring somebody else in. Oh, you brought in Mike McCarthy. Art Rooney said, I heard all of your complaints. I know just what to do. Let me get on my finest attire. Let me get my finest china. And let me make sure I serve you Mike McCarthy on a silver platter. Now everybody's saying, Art Rooney is the worst owner in the world. Art Rooney needs to go sell the team to somebody else. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a mediocre franchise. What are we going to do now? We're so screwed. But this is what you wanted. But here's the similarity between Mike McCarthy and Mike Tomlin. Both of them haven't won a playoff game. So essentially, you got Mike Tomlin all over again, but except he does offense instead of defense. See, the real reason why people were tired of Mike Tomlin was because of his approach to the game. He didn't want to change over his coaching staff. He didn't want to change over his approach to free agency or the draft or even game planning for games. Instead, he was under the belief that I believe in my players, and we're going to out-tackle you. We're going to out-physical you. We're going to play our brand of football, not even realizing that you needed to evolve your brand of football. Everybody has evolved. Andy Reid has evolved. Sean McVay has evolved. Sean Payton has evolved. But the one person that hasn't evolved is Mike Tomlin. And that's the reason why they're not playing competitive football anymore. But we also have to talk about their bad drafting and bad free agent moves. See, everybody just wants to blame Mike Tomlin, but nobody wants to bring up Kevin Colbert. You can't bring up Kevin Colbert because if you do, the boogeyman might come out. He might beat you the moldy Prometheus sandwich. No. Kevin Colbert deserves just as much blame as Mike Tomlin. Those past few drafts were horrible. How many of those first rounders are still on this team right now? How many of those first rounders were able to get a second contract with the Steelers? None of them. So when you factor all of those things in, of course you're not going to be successful. Of course you're not going to be playing in February. But see, this goes back to everything I've been saying on different social media platforms. The Steelers need to stick with the model. What is the model? Hire a defensive head coach. I understand everybody wants an offensive head coach because they see how many points they put up and how well the quarterback does and the running back and the wide receiver and the tight end. But guess what? The model that you have is not broken. Bill Cowher won a Super Bowl. Chuck Noll won Super Bowls. Mike Tomlin won a Super Bowl. All of them defensive head coaches. You could have brought in Chris Shula. Every single year that Chris Shula has been a defensive coordinator for the Rams, somebody has a breakout year. And on top of that, what people don't realize, he's coached every single position. That's somebody that you want on your team compared to getting someone like Mike McCarthy, who his schemes are okay, but I just don't believe he's a head coach at this point. If you make him maybe an offensive coordinator or maybe an assistant head coach, maybe. But to just give him the keys to the kingdom, no. But now I'm curious to see who else is going to be added on this staff. I want to see who the defensive coordinator is going to be. Because if I'm Brian Flores, I'm going back to Minnesota. There's no point in me staying here. If I'm Anthony Weaver, I might just go with John Harbaugh again. Or try to see if I can get a job with the Bills or the Raiders or the Cardinals. But this is a trend that we've been seeing for the past few years. The Steelers are impatient. They want what they want right there, right now. You drafted Kenny Pickett, and then the next year you have Bryce Young, you have CJ Stroud, you have better options. You wanted a left tackle oh so bad. You draft Broderick Jones, and then next year you have a slew of tackles. Better tackles than Broderick Jones. This is a trend that we continue to see year after year when it comes to the Steelers. And at this point, nobody else deserves blame than Art Rooney. Because all you've been complaining about is, I want to win a playoff game oh so bad I'm willing to do anything to do it. Do you want Mike McCarthy? Yes, if it means I'll win a playoff game, give it to me. And now look, so for every person that wanted this move, congratulations, you played yourself. For every person that chanted fire Mike Tomlin, congratulations, you played yourself. So for every person that was just tired of just the same old, congratulations, you played yourself. You know what? I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm honestly not surprised. I'm done with this franchise. I'm done with this team. And I'm just done with this fan base. So as always, I'm going to end this episode here. If you guys like what you are listening, please make sure you guys leave a 5-star review on anywhere and everywhere that you can listen to this podcast, okay? We are available on Apple, Spotify, and a few other places. Now, if you want to access those places, go on Google, type in rss.com, Football Junkies Podcast. It should be the first link. Now, when you go on that page, there's going to be a button that says listen on. Once you click on that, it'll give you all the other choices that you can listen to this podcast on, okay? Now, for my YouTube people, like, share, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, Steelers Nation. Let me know how you guys feel in this moment, okay? Are you guys as pissed as I am? Because I am royally pissed. If you know the reference, okay? Now, you can follow us on YouTube, Football Junkies Pod, Football Junkies Pod. Now, when you go on our YouTube, there's a link tree. When you click on that link tree, it'll take you to anywhere and everywhere that we have Football Junkies content, okay? Now, for my Instagram people, Football_Junkies Pod, all right? Football_Junkies Pod. Junkies Pod is not what? I don't even have the energy to say it. It is together, not space, okay? It is together, not space. You can follow us on TikTok at Football Junkies Pod. Football Junkies Pod. As always, I hope I gave you guys the fix that you guys need. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Keep your head up, Steelers fans, is what I would say if I believed in this team and believed in this delusional fan base. But you guys wanted it. Now you got it. Bon appetit.